Good morning, Karen Scholl, Operations Section Chief with the Alaska Incident Management Team here on the Grizzly Creek Fire for your morning informational briefing, operational briefing. You may have noticed this blue band that I'm wearing. This is one of the mitigations we're doing for COVID. Here at ICP, we get our temperature checked every day, and when we do, we get a little tag that says we're good, and we're also implementing those mitigations out at our spike camps. So we've got folks out there getting temperature checks on all our firefighters, and hope to just see if anyone's got a spike, and then we can isolate and take actions necessary after that. So one of the things we're doing to try and keep our firefighters safe while they're out here working on the Grizzly Creek fire. So today's plan, yesterday we were able to get 2 crews into H2, and so today's plan is to have them work from the rim, Grizzly Creek rim over to No Name rim. We're trying to secure that and get some black line to keep the fire from moving north. We've got a couple folks down in H12 down here in No Name Creek that are working to come up this pretty steep section here. Was a little bit of heat in there yesterday, even with the rain that we received on the fire, but they were able to continue to work. Today we're putting another crew in, No Name, to strengthen and pick up these little red dots that are down here. Those are little heat signatures. So they're trying to enforce this line and really kind of what we call put it to rest, meaning no, we have no threat. So that's what they're working on over here in Division November. Up in Quebec, they're continuing to enforce and deepen the mop-up. So what we do initially is we just try and catch the fire with a control line, and then we start mopping up, and we start 5 feet all the way along the line, and we're in about 25 feet all the way to the east side of Grizzly Creek, and they're going to continue to work back and forth towards each other and continue to make that mop-up line deeper and deeper. Also some IR signatures, so infrared signatures, heat signatures up along that line, and that's why we continue to have folks out and about and patrolling, mopping up, and taking care of reinforcing the lines there. Over in Tango Whiskey, we're really moving into the repair on Tango Whiskey, so these dozer lines out beyond the control lines are contingency lines, and where we feel comfortable that fire won't be coming out, we're repairing the dozer lines with excavators. So they're taking material that was pushed off with dozers and bringing it back over the dozer line. We're putting water bars in to keep water from running directly off the hill and sloughing off all the dirt. And because once that organic mat is gone, the organic layer, the brush, the trees, water does have a tendency to just roll right off the hill. So water bars are being put in, as well as trying to put back vegetation just to keep the soil stabilized. So this Burnt Ridge dozer line has been rehabbed, and now they're working on the dozer line that runs east to west up in this area. So that'll be continuing operations for the next couple days. Down in X-ray, we did get containment a couple days ago. We're starting to pull the suppression tactical gear, which are sprinklers and hose lays that were around the outbuildings and all the buildings in there, the infrastructure. Starting to pull that off because we feel comfortable that fire will not be able to come out of here. So that's the work that's going on, as well as mopping up and deepening our lines over on the very southeast corner. Crews down in Zulu worked from about this area, drop point 80. They're working towards Cinnamon Creek, and they're not able to put in complete line, but they're able to go in and check the hot spots and try and put them out. A lot of monitoring down in this area. It's very inaccessible, and so crews are working to the west, and from H45 they're working towards the east, trying to do the same thing, hot spot where possible, and keeping an eye on the fire there. Not a lot of activity with yesterday's rain, but we know there's heat still in there given the infrared signatures. Down in Division Alpha, we had a crew go into Bear Creek here. There was quite a bit of heat still left, sort of near the line, so we wanted to make sure we buttoned that up, meaning we took care of it. We put crews in, they mopped up, They feel the ground. They make sure there's no heat left anywhere near the line. So we're buttoning that up pretty nicely. One heat signature down here we're keeping an eye on, kind of inaccessible. If we need to run buckets, water buckets, we will, but it's been sitting in place, and it doesn't look interior, but it's fairly interior. Not an issue at this time, but we continue to monitor and keep our eyes on this, and we're calling this one of our back doors. So we're keeping an eye on that. And of course, we still have an initial attack and structure group, and they're still out there kind of roaming around, patrolling, helping where they can when they're close to the roads so that they can respond if we get any new starts within our response area. So that's the operational update for today. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks.